Welcome to the Can't Hack It Pantywaist League Weekly Review.
Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter.
Yeah.
And to all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby.
Shake it.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Molly Mall. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know.
You know very well who you are.
Money hustle,
Don't let 'em hold you down. Reach for the stars. You have cause you're the only one. I'll give you good.
I made this change from a common thief to up close and personal with Robin Leach. And I'm far from cheap. I smoke skunk with my peeps all day. Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to diss me. Now they write letters cause they miss me. I never thought it could happen, this rapping stuff. I was too used to packing ice and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, in dough for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped out of high school. Stereotypes of a black male misunderstood. And it's still all good. And if you don't know, now you know.
You gotta ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Week 10, we saw the 49ers and Chiefs both win, so both our owners still in the survivor pool will advance to week 11. So the changes to our CPR standings are a couple teams swapped towards the bottom due to their total points scored on the season. So we still have Camarlis with pick number 3, which used to be Colby's pick, but they traded. Baker's dozen rejects number 4. And then Colby's going at 5 with Camarlis' pick. Mac Lives Matter at 6, CD's Nuts at 7, Sunday's Thunder at 8, Bud Wilborn's team at 9, Michael's team at 10, Doomsday at 11. Camarlis has pick number 12, which was Hellfire and Brimstones. Catch and Thielen's at 13, Torts Illustrated at 14, and then Wyoming Redskins and Gilly Cheesesteak still battling out for that number 1 pick in the CPR draft come Super Bowl Sunday.
Boom shakalaka! He's heating up! He's on fire!
Let's go over those current teams that are on fire. We're going to start with the longest active streak, and that belongs to Mac Lives Matter. He is 6-4 in the season in 4th place. He's won 5 straight. He is led by the quarterback number 8, Kyler Murray, running back number 5, Christian McCaffrey, and the wide receiver number 16, Allen Lazard. He's averaging 118 points per week on the season, but during these last 5 weeks, that hot streak, he's scoring about 125, and he's 1 win away from tying his longest win streak in his franchise history, which was in 2017, which was 6 straight. Also, with the 5-game win streak and on fire is Catchin' Thielen. They started out the season 0-5 and now are 5-5, so they're in 8th place. But like I said, they've won those 5 straight. They're led by Aaron Rodgers, who's the quarterback 14, Aaron Jones, the running back 8, and Jalen Waddle, the wide receiver 6. They are averaging 105 points a week on the season, but they've increased that to 112 over those last 5 weeks, and they are now currently on their franchise best 5 straight, so every win just keeps changing and adding to their personal best. And also, for a second straight week on fire, Michael's team at 7-3. They're in second place. They've won 4 straight. Led by Geno Smith at the QB7, Derrick Henry, of course, at the running back 3, and Christian Kirk at the wide receiver 7. A couple surprises there. And they're scoring 123 points a week during this hot streak, 113 on the season. And their longest streak came in 2018 where they won 9 straight. And the newest team to add to our on fire list, Wyoming Redskins. They are 9-1 on the season. This is their second time being on the on fire list, of course. And they are in first place, and they've won 3 straight here recently. They have the quarterback 1, Josh Allen, the running back 2, and Nick Chubb, and the wide receiver 5, and Devontae Adams. They are scoring 152 points a week on average, but during this 3-game hot streak of theirs, they've increased that to 157. Their opponents have dropped about 16 less points per week just to make it even easier on them. Their longest streaks of their franchise history came earlier this season and in 2013 where they won 6 straight in both of those streaks.
You play ball like a girl!
All I want for Christmas is you.
Hellfire and Brimstone, low score for the second straight week, scoring under 80 for the second straight week. This is their second time this season as well, and they've had been the low score 4 times in their franchise history.
Let the big dog eat!
For the 7th time this season and the 7th time in his franchise history, Wyoming Redskins, once again, high scorer of the week, over 156 points, led by Justin Fields, who put up over 40. He had Saquon putting up over 22, Devontae Adams 23, and Josh Allen just about 22 to help lead his team not only to his 9th victory this season, but his 7th high scorer of the season.
Well, I'm the best there is. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Week 10 performance of the week, Justin Fields, the Wyoming Redskins.
Mooney in motion.
Mooney in the flat.
Fields pumps. Flag down. Fields breaks the tackle. Fields on the scramble. Fields on the run. Throwing for the end zone. 2nd and 1. Fields setting up. Looking deep. Commit wide open. He's got it. Cole Cole. And now on 3rd down. Fields will yank it, and there's room to run for Fields. Fields,
baby.
turn it on the speed. Fields on the angle, trying to outrace Okuda.
This running back, who sometimes throws the ball, put up 40 points in Week 10. That was 20 more than what he was projected. 167 through the air with 2 touchdowns. He ran for 147 with 2 more touchdowns. He's obviously the number 1 player on the week, and he is up to the quarterback 4 on the season.
It's not called being gay, it's called being fabulous!
And the fabulous move of the week for Week 10 belongs to Mac Lives Matter. His backup to his starting quarterback was Colt McCoy, and he picked him up for $0. He scored just under 14 points with 238 yards passing, 4 yards rushing, and a passing touchdown in a matchup where Mac Lives Matter was victorious by 8.5 points. It was a big pickup for him and was the difference in the week for their victory. And Colt McCoy, coming off the bench, was the number 23 QB on the week.
DeAndre Hopkins has been all over the place. So 1 spot, 2 spot, wherever you need him to be. To the end zone. A.J. Green makes the catch.
And the Week 10 bedshitter is going to go to an owner general manager, and that's Mr. Anderson of CD's Nuts. And the reason he's getting it is in Week 10, his starting quarterback, Matthew Stafford, was out in the concussion protocol, and his starting kicker, Justin Tucker, was on a bye. Not only did general manager / owner Anderson not pick up an available free agent, John Wolford, he also had a kicker on his bench he didn't replace Justin Tucker with. And his his IR spot was open on his roster, so he didn't have to cut anybody. Those 2 players, if he started that kicker, picked up that free agent quarterback, would have given him over 15 points in a matchup that he lost by 8.5 to Mac Lives Matter. So you, Mr. Anderson, shit the bed in Week 10.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners.
Losers and winners. Torts Illustrated 1-9 officially eliminated. Wyoming Redskins 9-1. They have punched their ticket for the Can't Hack It Pantywaist League postseason with a magic number to win the regular season of 3.
I'm the greatest of all time.
This week we're going to go over current streaks because we have one that is nearing the record books. Losing streaks. In 2020, Make America Gronk Again by Polton lost 10 straight. And this year, Torts Illustrated has lost 9 straight. They started the season 1-0 and now are 1-9. So depending on this weekend, they have a chance to make history and tie that record. But since we're on that topic, we thought we'd go over our winning streaks as well. In 2020, I'm a Kittle Stitious had a 10-game win streak. And then just behind him, 2018-2012, their Michael's team and Raider Nation 12 by Polton both won 9 straight. So big weekend this weekend for Torts Illustrated and Mr. Cotton if they want their name in the history books.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Alright, the Week 10 matchup of the week was 1 versus 2 at the time, and Wyoming Redskins won by 56 points. Wyoming Redskins had just huge performances by Justin Fields and Josh Allen, the normal for him. And Sunday's Thunder, nobody really just produced that big. Patrick Mahomes had a huge day at 32 points, but everybody else under 20 and just wasn't going to be his day. So Wyoming Redskins with the victory in the Week 10 matchup of the week. And moving on to Week 11, we're going to have Doomsday is taking their team on the road to Wyoming Redskins to take them on. We have Bud Wilborn's team taking on Sunday's Thunder. Mac Lives Matter traveling to take on Gilly Cheesesteak. Hellfire and Brimstone will be hosting Colby's team. Camara List will be taking on CD's Nuts. And Baker's Dozen Rejects will be traveling to take on Torts Illustrated. But the match of the week for Week 11 is going to be between Catch and Thielen's and Michael's team. Catch and Thielen's is 5-5 on the season. Michael's team 7-3. They played each other 3 times in the regular season in their history. Catch and Thielen's has 2 wins to Michael's team 1. But Michael's team also beat in the playoffs. And that playoff matchup was last year in 2021. So Michael's team won twice last year in the ones in the regular season there. And then that 131-109 victory in the 2021 quarterfinals. And what makes this matchup such a big matchup coming up in Week 11 is Catch and Thielen started the season 0-5. Now they're back up to 5-5 with a chance to get that winning record and keep it going to 6-5. Where on the flip side of that, going 5-6 might be the difference in them making it or not making it. And Michael's team is sitting in second place right now by themselves at 7-3. They still have a chance to win the regular season with 4 games left. Just need a couple things to go their way as well as to win every game going forward. So a win here helps to separate them from the pack. A loss puts them right back in the mix of everything with 4 or 5 other teams trying to fight for those top spots that get the home field advantage coming in the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Alright, current playoff picture with only 4 weeks left in the regular season. Wyoming Redskins in that 1 seed. Michael's team's at 2 seed. Sunday's Thunder at the 3. And they'll get to choose their first round opponent with their home field advantage. Mac Lives Matter at the 4. Doomsday, Bud Wilborn's team, Hellfire and Brimstone, and Catch and Thielen's are going to round up the 5, 6, 7, and 8 with everybody else still trailing, trying to get themselves in. Now, Wyoming Redskins at 9-1 has officially clinched a playoff berth. And they're still trying to be the first team to ever go 11-1 in the Can't Hack It Pantywaist League history. Michael's team 7-3 all by themselves. 11 teams have done that. Only all but 1 have made the playoffs, and that's that 2013 Pimpin' Ain't Breezy. 3 teams sitting at 6-4. The Sunday's the Thunder, Mac Lives Matter, and Doomsday. 25 teams have gone 6-4, and 21 have made the playoffs. Bud Wilborn's team, Hellfire and Brimstone, Catch and Thielen's, and C's Nuts sitting at 5-5 right now. 24 teams in history have made or gone 5-5. Under half have made the playoffs. Still in the hunt, though, we still have Gilly Cheesesteak, Colby's team, and Baker's dozen of rejects at 4-6. 23 teams in history have been 4-6, and only one ever made the playoffs. But that was in 2020, and that was Mr. Henderson and his team, Tom from MySpace.com. Camarles at 3-7. 10 teams in history, 3-7. None have made the playoffs. And then finally, we have Torts Illustrated at 1-9, and he is officially eliminated due to matchups. It will be impossible for him to get to 5 wins and be in the top 8 seeds. And he right now is trying to get 2 wins. So he's not the first team in history to never have got 2 wins in a season. Alright, and it is time to meet the next member of the CHIPL community. And this week we are spotlighting Mr. Kirsch, owner, general manager of Sundays of Thunder. There you see in 2014 he took first place and won the CHIPL. He's been an owner since 2012, since we began, and he's done 10 full seasons in his 11th. He has 3 playoff appearances. He's 68-80 in the regular season. He's 2-4 in his playoff matchups. 2014 was his best season at 12-2. That's the year he won the CHIPL. And 2018 was his worst at 3-11. He's been the high scorer once and the low scorer 20 times. And Sundays Thunder did not sign anybody from last year's team or keep any college player rights. They went at the fresh roster going into 2022. We were able to get an intern to get in touch with Mr. Kirschler, and here's how the conversation went. First, he was asked about the fact that no other general manager or owner had gone all in like he had this year. His first draft pick for next year's draft isn't going to be until the 6th round. So we asked him if he could explain his decisions, how they've worked out this far, and how he foresees the rest of the season going for Sundays of Thunder. And Mr. Kirsch came back with he said, "My unexpected hot start to the season really lit a fire in my decision making this year. I wasn't thinking all in that early, but I was looking to make a move. My first trade shipped my first round pick for Tyreek Hill, an easy first rounder in the draft, no regrets. Was able to get a major quarterback upgrade, sending a second for Mahomes, and then the forest caught fire. Is it no longer having picks in the first 2 rounds next year? This is when I said I'm all in. Trying to get players that supported my 1-3 picks and could help immediately, I had to give up more picks. I've been pleased with the performance of the players I've traded for, but with recent injuries and NFL trades, I'll consider my season a win if I can get past the first round of the playoffs." Second question he was asked was talking about those trades. He said that you've made 5 this year, but in 4 of them, the players you traded were either injured very soon after or even scratched, healthy scratch. I asked, is this just unlucky for your business partners, the other owners you're trading with, or do you have some sort of magical touch like Nancy Pelosi making investment decisions? Chris said maybe it's luck or maybe it's a sixth sense. I like to think it's fantasy football paying me back for the dry spell my organization has been on for the last few years. You win some and you lose some. And with the utmost respect for the business partners who have gotten the short end of the stick in these trades, this year I've been winning. And on that note, some of the players he traded away: Michael Thomas, he's done for the year. Javonte Williams, done for the year. Zach Ertz, done for the year. Even traded Cam Akers right before he was a healthy scratch when his team was just done with him getting shunned. So that's 4 out of the 5 trades he's made. None of the ones he's received have been done for the year, though he did just lose his number 1 receiver in Cooper Kupp. So I guess we'll cut him some slack on that a little bit. And here finally, like the 2021 Rams, you've sold the future to win now. Your last playoff victory came in the 2014 CHIPL. Since then, you've lost 4 straight postseason matchups. Why should your faithful fans, the Thunder Nuts, expect a different outcome in 2022? He said Sundays of Thunder respects its loyal and passionate Thunder Nuts fan base. With every year that passed since our last playoff win in 2014, the weight has grown heavier and heavier. We have indeed sold the future, but only on paper. Thunder Nuts far and wide can rest assured knowing there is a strategic business plan in place that gives us the best chance of winning the CHIPL each and every year. You just got to trust the organization, and you just got to trust the process, I guess, is what he's letting the Thunder Nuts go. But good luck to you, Mr. Kurtz, this year, sitting pretty in third place, and have a very good team put together. And we'll see how it all plays out for you as you're going after your second CHIPL victory. Thank you for joining us for another Can't Hack It Pantywaist League Weekly Review. Goodbye.